All right. Hello, everyone. I want to say welcome back to my channel. My name is Tosin Opelua, helping you profit with your purpose. I have series of things to teach on the channel. Like I said, I'll be teaching self-development, career development, and much more, how to use your voice to profit in any area that you choose to go in your life endeavor. Today, I'm going to be teaching you how to actually write a book in a day. So let's go, and I will add my screen, and yeah, let's do this. So I'll try as much as possible to make it clear. And yes, okay. All right. So the first thing, when we're saying writing a book in one day, is part of the Profit with Purpose series. Now, if you're going to be writing a book in one day, what does it entail? Somebody will want to ask, why should I write a book in the first place? Writing a book is very essential in any area or aspect of your life that you choose. Remember, I think in the last video, I talked about you can actually make profit in any field that you go to. And whichever path you decide to follow, either as an employee, like you're choosing a career path, or you want to be in academics, maybe you want to be a professor, a researcher, or you want to be an entrepreneur. Either ways, you need to write a book. Number one, you're making yourself visible. I've had a story of someone who was traveling out of the country, and at the airport he has lots of issue with the security, and and they were like, you the people from Africa, this is how you do it. He said, no, I'm not just any person. I am this and this. I've written this book and this book. And they just Google it and find out who he was, and they gave him a special treatment immediately. So you are making yourself visible. Sometimes someone wants to give you a job, someone wants to give you a contract, someone wants to do business with you. They Google your name. So when they Google your name, what comes up? So you have to make yourself visible. If you Google Tosin Opelua or Lua Tosin Opelua, either way, especially Tosin Opelua, you will see some of my books, some of my articles, even the one I've written in a long time. You are going to see them. They're going to come up for you. So you're making yourself visible. And I call the acronym MADE. So you're making, something out of your life. The next one is the ability to establish yourself as an authority. So if I'm a marketer and I write something about marketing, I'm making myself an authority in the area of marketing. For example, with 4 articles, I have my first Google AdSense or in blogging. So I can make myself an authority in that field by saying, hey, you can do it this way, you can blog this way, and you will get results. And the next thing is you're documenting your life journey, everything that you do. I know someone who wrote a book after finishing the university. The person wrote a book on how to actually graduate with distinction, or with 5.00, 4.00, 4.5, or whatever that you wish. Because lots of people, when they get into school, they don't even know how to calculate their CGPA, which is very, very important. And it's going to help you to know how to buckle up, what to do, and how to do it best. So this person wrote a book on that. I have people, when they give back to their baby, they write book about the pregnancy journey. When people waited before they have their baby, they document everything. So it's very essential you're documenting your life journey. And lastly, it's your expensive business card. Sometimes you are on board, with some big men and women in the society, and on a good day, you might not be able to have opportunity to talk to them, enter their offices. But trust me, you can bring out your book and give it to them on flight, and you're going to be together in the next 7 hours, in the next 2 hours, in the next 1 hour. Your expensive business card is your book. They can't throw it away. People can throw away your business card, but they can't throw away your book. The worst they can do is to give it out to somebody else. So it's your expensive business card. That's why you need to write a book. And the next thing is, how do you want to gain momentum in writing? A lot of people want to write book, but one of the challenge that I've seen is people procrastinate. If you can get it right from the start, it's going to be easier for you. So the first thing is always journal. When you go back to your journal, you will see things that you've been through. You will see how you came out of those situations and how you can actually help other people to scale through and come out of such situation as well. Because when you journal, you are telling the story. And that's why I don't encourage people to write the scene of others when they are journaling. When you're journaling, write the story. Write what happens today, what you are grateful for about today, and how the challenges you face, who helped you, and how you were able to scale through. Tell a story. So when you are journaling, you are creating a story that can become a book in the future. The next thing is, have your idea in one space. So I use Samsung Notes. So what I do is I created folders on my Samsung Notes. When I have YouTube idea, I have YouTube folder, I have contacts, I have quite a number of things. I have dream, because when I dream and I document my dream as well. So create those folders. Then when you create the folders, once the ideas come, and the beautiful thing about Samsung is you can also record, whatever you comes to your mind, any idea that comes to your mind, you can easily press record and keep it in the folder where the idea belongs to. So have your ideas, have them in one space. The next thing is, write using text speech anywhere, anytime. One of the problem is people type a little bit, especially for people who are not, fast in typing. Their word speed is maybe 2 words per minute. There are some people like that. So for people like that, use text speech to write. So you can download them. There are several apps out there that you can actually use. All you need to do is to say whatever you want to say, and it's also on Word, Microsoft Word as well. Open your Microsoft Word. Once you open the Microsoft Word, you will see, if you press FN actually on your keypad, it's going to bring up the microphone for you. And you can just click on the microphone and you start talking. And also at the top of the menu bar, you will see dictate there. You can click on the microphone and you start talking. Virtually all the apps, all the Microsoft apps, virtually all of them have the microphone, including the PowerPoints, where you can actually record whatever you want to say. The next thing, read best-selling author to gain style and insights. One thing that is very essential is you finish a book before you write it, and that's just the way forward. I think I'm still going to get there. The best-selling author will help you gain insights or an idea on your writing style. For example, I choose one of my best writer is Lisa Nichols. I love her style. You write a bit, you tell story, you write a bit, you tell story, and give practical example. So I love writing that way. I want to give you 7 steps. I want to give you 5 steps. So and as I'm doing it, I'm a transformational coach. So most things that I tell you, there are things that I've been through, there are things that I've been able to come out of, and there are things that I already document and journal how I came out of them. So when I'm writing and I'm giving examples and I'm writing stories of how the transformation take place and what you also can take step and do and get results if you do it. And if it works for you, that's another thing. So those are the people that I read and they inspire me. The next thing, you want to decide if you want to use a writer or a publisher. Not everybody knows how to write. Not everyone is a writer. If you know that you're not a good writer, you can hire people to do the writing for you. You can get people on Upwork, you can get people on Fiverr, you can get people all around who will write for you, and then do you want to self-publish? Most of my books, I self-publish them. The three of my books, I self-publish them on Amazon. Amazon has Kindle publishing, where you can actually publish for free, and you set the price. They will suggest the price to you, and you're free to go ahead and work on the book, and then you publish it right there. The benefit of using traditional publishing is apart from self-publishing, I really don't know, because I've not published in a different way before, but in a different way or different manner other than publishing on Amazon Kindle. I wanted to work with a particular organization some times ago. I was writing my stories, my experiences, and they were like, some of those stories that I wrote in the book, that I need to take permission from the people before I could use it. The picture I took with my camera, they were telling me that I need to get permission to use the picture that I took with my camera. So I was really pissed off, honestly, because it sounds to me like they are shady. I understand the libel aspect, but what about the picture I took with my own professional camera? You telling me to take permission from myself to use my picture? I don't understand that. So I really don't know the benefits, because if they will bill you for marketing, you can market your book by yourself. But if you don't have the strength, you don't have the knowledge, please don't do it. So I will say use them. But if you have I believe I'm speaking to under 30. So you really can learn some of these things and be able to, utilize some of the skills and be able to publish by yourself. Now, the next thing is, think about the essence of the book and how to market it. So what's the essence of your book? What will your book do? Who will your book help? Because we have lots of books, and the truth is people don't used to read anymore like we used to, because of the video thing and all that. And that's why when I finished my book, most of the time I create video teachings to back them up, and it's one of the things I'm doing right now. So it's very essential for you to know what's the essence of the book. Nigerian people will say, who you help, who your book go help, So who will the book help? Who will the book help? Who will the book serve? What will they learn? Do you teach specific skill that can change their life, that can make their work faster, that can bring them more money? Who will it help? And the next thing is, you need to create outline. Then your marketing style also needs to be very, be in place. Do you want to create websites? Do you want to boost it on social media? Do you want to ask for friends? Do you want to do launching and all that? So which one do you want to do? You really need to clarify it. And the next thing is, you need to create outline. Like I said, finish your book before you start writing it. And the best way to do that is to create an outline. Introduction. The next thing, chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4, chapter 5. Conclusion. What do you want to say? Which principles do you want to teach? You know, you already decide that, you already have that in place, then you start writing. And like I said, I think I said it in the previous slide, you can always speech write. You don't really have to start typing in this generation again. You know, click on your dictation. And the only thing is your accent really needs to be correct. Because if not, you will keep saying one thing and the computer will be typing something else for you. And that can be very stressful and ridiculous. Maybe later I can just do short videos on how to write and type. Maybe I'll do it after this video, actually, almost immediately. Okay. Now the next thing I just cut this out of the course I created. So I just cut this out of, you know, the manual I created. So the first thing is your introduction. What's your book about? What should they expect in the book? How should they use the book? Those three things are very, very essential ingredients in your introduction. And in your chapter 1, you want to give a background story. You want to give us statistics. You want to give us the past intervention. You want to give us your intervention. Remember, the reason why you need to give us the past intervention when you are writing a book is because you are creating, there's a knowledge gap. There's nothing new under the sun. Whatever you want to write, someone already, millions of books are out there. But what's the knowledge gap? What is it that someone hasn't written about? What's another way forward, another way out that you are creating, the intervention that you are creating? So let it be in your chapter 1, because it serves as a hook for the person that will read. Once your chapter 1 is boring, people don't want to read the rest again. And again, one of the lessons I learned from that is, you know, statistics. And for me, I don't get bored about book because I'm a self-development junkie. I read a lot of self-development books. So, and that's why sometimes people like us, we have to be very careful when we're listening to messages in church. Before pastor finish it, I know where the pastor is speaking for. I know the book the pastor read, you know. So it takes a lot of brokenness. Like I just intentionally call myself to order and say, yes, I know you know, but you have to listen to, you know, what the message is really about, you know. So the same thing, let what you are saying, as much as you want to, your statistics, the story. So when someone writes a book, what I do most of the time is I'll go to the table of contents and I'll look at what, you know, is not familiar to me from what I see on the table of contents. Then I will go straight and read them. Then I'll scan through the rest of them. That has really helped me. So there's nothing new under the sun. So we just want to trust that the person that will be reading the book will find something useful that will change their life and their situation. Chapter 2, you want to write, what's your intervention? 1, the skill sets that maybe you want to give 4 ways to breastfeed a baby to have a great result in their, you know, mental development or mental capability. Maybe you did breastfeeding for your baby, exclusive breastfeeding for your baby, and the baby turned out well, very brilliant and all that. Or maybe when you were writing your high ELTS exam, or maybe when you are writing your GRE, or anything, maybe any exam, excuse me, 4 ways that you use in writing those exams and passing at once. So you want to write the first one, the second one, the third one, the first one, the fourth one. Now, if you're writing as a business person, if you're writing so that people can start buying the idea or calling you to teach them more about it, then the next thing you want to do is you want to do a call to action. So what will be the call to action? You want to ask them either to join your training, either to start buying from you and all that, you know. That's very, very essential, and that will be very, very helpful. So yeah, so the same thing I just put there. I put an example. You check best selling, you bring the knowledge gap, and your own unique idea. You map the idea for subtopics. Then you gather your story, all the story that you want to put in each. Then if you create this outline in 24 hours with the speech, you will finish this book. I tell you, you will finish this book. You don't have to type. Just, start recording, and maybe I should even do the practical aspects with you. I can actually do it in this video. So this is the example of the outline here. These are the things that you can put it, and before you know it, you're done with the book. So if you have any question, feel free to put it in the comment section below, and I will be sure to come back and answer all your questions. So I'm ending the slide, and what I will do right now is I'm going to go to my desktop and try and open something for you and show you how you can actually type. So let me do it quickly. I'm going to open my Microsoft Word, and I will show you how to do that in a moment. If you're still watching this video, make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell, and much more. Make sure you share with your friends. I have a lot to teach on this channel. Honestly, I don't mind teaching it for free, but I have a lot to teach. Just follow me, and you're going to be blessed. I tell you, you are going to be blessed. Also, feel free to check Family Life Builders TV. That's where I discuss things about marriage. But you see, one of the challenges that I see as a family life advocate is this. I realize that when women are not empowered before they get married, they have more troubles when they get married. So that's why I decided to change, this my channel. The second channel actually is the first channel I started before Family Life Builders. But I was unable to get it right at that point. So at this point, I feel this is what God wants me to do. Like, let me teach, people who are yet to get married, or, who are married and are still struggling with, how to, find their purpose, because life will be meaningless. That's why you see a lot of women are, just increasing weight, keep eating junks, because they are depressed. They are depressed. The husband has gone to work. He comes back. He's harsh on them. He's bitter because they are not working. They are gaining weight, and they are just there. And it looks like they are useless, and they are not. They are not. Women are a blessing, but all you need to do is to empower yourself. And this is what I'm doing right now. Now, I'm going to share my screen, and I'm just going to quickly show you how to go about this. So I'm going to stop sharing, and then I will share my screen again. So let me share my screen with you again, and I'm going to share my window, and I'm going to share Microsoft Word. All right, great. I hope you all can see it. So now this is what we'll do. So once you click, you can see right here, you can see dictate. So once you click on dictate, the microphone will come out. So you can see what I'm saying. All right. So let me, I can always, interfere with it. Like, I can press a full stop. All right. Then I can press enter. And I can delete. And I can type anything I want. I just need to dictate. My name is Tosin Okwelua. Okay. So what the computer could hear is my name is Susie Open. All right. So whatever it is, what is very important, you can see that as I'm ranting, is typing it for me. So you don't need to use your hand to type. So once the idea comes for you, what you want to write, then just go ahead and keep writing it. And right here, you see I have Grammarly. So try as much as possible to download Grammarly on your Word as well. So you can actually, from there, you can edit your book, right there and there. You can also use Google Doc actually to write. You can see that as I'm talking, it's typing for me. So that's how it works. And I hope that helps. All right. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Until I come your way again, keep walking in your purpose, because that's your joy, that's your fulfillment. And I'll see you next Monday. Bye for now.